How is it going, everybody? And welcome to my channel. Today with a mono... Wait, until before you leave the video, don't forget to subscribe, definitely. But this is not a typical mono white list, this is mono white control, my friends. And I hope you haven't left the video until now. So this is not a mono white list I think you ever saw before, and I thought always mono white is so strong, we can definitely do something mid-range and controlish type of thing. And then I worked for a while on this list. I didn't have first enough Wanderer, then I didn't have another utilities against another control decks, and then I slowly become or evolve to this list, and this list performs amazing, also against control but also against aggro matchups. Why we can perform great against control? Because we have a lot of flash stuff, and flash is really difficult to deal for any sort of control. And you see here maybe we have 3 of Cathar Commando, just an amazing tool in the current meta in general, because there is a lot of artifacts, a lot of enchantments, he's amazing. And then we pop him with another really underplayed card, and this is Imperial Recovery Unit, because if these two are on the board, it's just a cycle of constantly coming back, constantly destroying all these enchantments, all the artifacts, but also sometimes some creatures, because there are some creatures that are enchantments, as we learned from previous 2 videos with Kiki or Chiki Briki. He is also an enchantment, and we can also deal with him. So these two are just amazing tool. But we also have our Sigrid. She makes a comeback in this deck because she is a flash creature. She is amazing against another aggro decks, I found out, because often opponent attacks with multiple creatures just to draw some cards with wedding announcement or something. Sigrid is there amazing. She comes in, she exiles something, and then she can also kill something because she has first strike and a 2/2 power and toughness on herself. And then you see maybe we have another control tools with 2 of the most amazing removals that were printed. Let's put you aside. This is Farewell and Doomscar. Doomscar saved my ass so often, especially against another mono white decks that are going more aggressive type of play. Doomscar is just sugar there. And then also Sigarda Splendor. I don't know why people sleep on this card, especially in mono white decks. This thing draws you so many cards. I had sometimes games where I needed to discard to hand size because there were so many cards in my hand, especially if you have 2 of them. Then, of course, Legion Angel, guys, and then another flash Planeswalker, the Wanderer. Of course, everybody knows it by now because one of the best additions we had from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Then for card draw and also for some early blockers, we have the Bankbuster, just amazing tool. Of course, some insta spell removal we need before all these manlands, and this is another thing that I thought maybe to include, and we can maybe even include it, the Field of Ruin. Let me think, should we include it now? I think we should, right? Let's put Field of Ruin in it. Field of Ruins, and then I think we are good to go here. I do hope it will not mess up the shuffler, because until now it was working really fine with the land draw ratio. So I hope Field of Ruins will not ruin it. Because it's a Field of Ruin. And yeah, then we have some stuff that we can accomplish our Skyclave Apparition, because this card sees a comeback with Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, because we can deal with Hollow Haunted and all these enchantment shenanigans and not only kill them but also exile them. This card is definitely a must-have in any control deck, and we accomplish it with our 3 portable holes and 1 of Circle of Confinement. And this 4 are basically here to exile or remove the tokens that Skyclave Apparition give back to opponent, especially after our own Doomscar if we need to Doomscar it, or usually I try, if I know I have a Doomscar in my hand or foretold, for example, I try to block with my Skyclave Apparition and then exile or remove everything. So, but these 2 are just also really nice early game removal. So this is definitely something not to sleep. Then another small reanimation themed card. This is the Restoration of Eiganjo. I know this card sees a lot of play. I'm not a super big fan, but sometimes it's a nice, let's say 2-for-1 thingy, because we can bring back our Bankbuster, for example, if opponent dealt with it, or if we somehow killed it or anything else happened to it, we can bring it back with it. But we also can bring it back with Imperial unit. But also the creature, 3/4 creature with Vigilance, it's in the end game a really helpful tool, definitely against other control decks too, because we can start pumping it with our Wanderer and stuff like this. Io, really underplayed card. I wanted to include it in a lot of decks, but it just feels on the wrong spot in the most decks. Here in this deck, it's definitely playable. 2-3 off is perfect number for it because he has vigilance, he has flying, we can pump it with our wanderer, so with vigilance it's just super powerful, and of course if it dies we can or distribute counters on everything we have on our board, or we can look at our 7 cards and take out cards in mana value worth 4 or less, so we can take wanderers, but we can also take multiple small stuffs if we need to. For example, this is also really nice. Emeria's Call, 2 off because sometimes these 2/4/4 flying angels can finish out the game really fast. But Legion Angel does a really amazing job in this, especially against Ores of Control. Legion Angel is just an amazing deck. Otherwise, guys, let's jump straight into the game. I hope you didn't turn off until now. Thank you for all your support, and let's see how this deck will perform in the ladder. So, here our first opponent, Magic Medicine Dad. I made already today with this deck some games. I think I played 4, lost 1, won 3. Pretty nice, pretty solid build. Definitely for current meta, something I can recommend. And I forgot to mention we have 2 of Eiganjos this time, because these lands are just really helpful, especially in this sort of deck where we need maybe sometimes this a little extra removal to deal with our opponent. And here we see opponent is blue artifact deck. This is very nice, I love it, I love it. So let's foretold our Doomsgar and let's see what we can do from there. If opponent has something to offer here, and we're gonna start flashing things in to produce some extra damage, to get some extra value. My opponent plays his Bankbuster, and the question is now, do I remove the Bankbuster or do I remove the Stab? Right, because I can also exile the Bankbuster, but do I really want to exile it, is the question. Let me think a little bit. So next turn he can pay 2, make the Bankbuster creature attack for 4. If this is the case, I can flash in Sigrid and remove the Bankbuster and see from there. So let's do this, I think, right? Let's do this. Also, Eiganjo, I always forget it's just 4 for channeling it, but I'm not looking now to channel it. Draw 2 cards, discard, and discard an artifact. Okay, you are full on Tezzeret here, huh? I love it, nice. Very nice. So let's flash in our Sigrid. She has no targets, but this is fine. Totally fine. And now, Jesus, the cave come to the wrong timing, but we can do it, I think, like this. And then remove the Bankbuster, because the staff is legendary. Maybe my opponent has another staff in his hand. And this way we also keep Fateful Absence in our hand, but I'm not looking right now to play it like crazy. We are here to make some damage. We are here to kill our opponent, because it looks like my opponent... But you has... he has. Can I remove him instantly, please? Thank you. Definitely a very nice addition here in this deck. So this is a 3-colored graveyard Greasefang shenanigans. This is nice. And okay, here we have Emeria's Call. We're gonna play in the Emeria's Call. I think tapped. Then we're gonna go in for 2 damage. And let's see what my opponent can do next. And Wanderer, definitely a really good tool. Another Greasefang, okay. A really good tool to deal with the graveyard shenanigans my opponent has to offer there. Yeah, he can play it instantly. He can also crew it instantly, but it will get exiled by my Wanderer. This is why Wanderer is just an amazing card. Just an amazing card. Also thought a little bit about maybe that my opponent has Spell Pierce, but doesn't look like my opponent runs things like this. And now we exile it. Okay, you are 3, right? Yeah, this is perfect example why Circle of Confinement is so amazing here. We take everything away, we pump everything up, and we are gonna go in. My opponent now can pay the mana to make this treasure a 4/4, right? And if he attacks, Eiganjo will show himself as an amazing removal. So let's see if opponent goes for this play. No, another Bankbuster, okay. Another Bankbuster, I'm not even mad about it. The question is now, if I plus you now, I'm thinking, my friends, I'm thinking. So I can play the land, right? I can crew the land, give it plus with Wanderer, and then opponent will most likely attack me with the Bankbuster. This is, I think, a plan. This is... Wait. I need 5. Do I have 5? I have 5. I have 5, definitely. I'm gonna plus the land and go in. And then let's see if opponent wants to do something else. If opponent has something else. Because this is a threat for him. Also, my Wanderer is a threat for him, so let's see what he wants to do. Let's see what he wants to do. Okay, opponent foretells something. Another Eiganjo is okay, so let's do the same trick again. We go play you. Then we go in. What did my opponent foretell? The angels? I think my opponent foretold the angels, right? Most likely. I mean, would he play the angels? No, I think he foretold the draw 2 cards, right? Like scry 2, draw 2. What he foretells else? Maybe Doomscar 2, but in 3 colors Doomscar is really difficult. What do you want to take? Circle of Confinement? Okay, sure. So opponent is looking to finish out early, but... Ooh, okay, but he can not finish 22 life in 1 turn. I'm most certain. Most certain that there is no way he can deal 22 damage to me. Magic Medicine's dead. Hello dead. And crew for 2, nice. And he goes most likely for the Wanderer, yeah, sure. Sure, my friend, sure. That's okay. Return it. Another land. Let me see if there is a way I win this game, or how I could maybe win right now, right here. I mean, this is my last Emirius call, right? This is my last Emirius call. You're 5, he will be at 1. Is there a chance? So I cannot play it as angels. This is 6. I can get 7 with the Eiganjo played, but this is too much effort for this 1 card. So let's go in, I would say, with the land again. And then we're gonna play you tapped. And then let's see what my opponent has to offer next. Let's see if he can do something there. Currently setting up my phone for the webcam, so I can already start testing everything and looking everything to make the face cam possible. I have an older Nokia. And Jesus. Okay, opponent vanishing verse the Bankbuster. Bring back another one. Can go for 11 if he plays it right. He has 2 mana. Can make something 4. A 4/4 creature and can crew it. And then have 1 life left. Now let's see. Let's see. Opponent has maybe something like Fading Hope. Could be possible, but we will see what my opponent has here. If he can deal with the cave. Looks like not. This is a GG then. In this case, Magician's dead. Magic's dead. Magic's dead. Good game, and let's keep on climbing. So, French top deck. Here I am again. And for you it will not be noticeable, but for me, I considered the last game. Because we ordered some sushi and I was on the winning and I was recording, but then I needed to run and pick up everything and it took longer than expected. So the game used 3 of my overtimes and then conceded. I come into a defeat scream. So I'm sorry for the opponent. If my opponent was... Did I just make a misplay? I just made a misplay, right? I just made a misplay. Let's hope for untap land. While I was telling the story, of course, I needed to play Cave of the Frost Dragon to play the Bankbuster, and then I could play Sigrid. If I don't top deck a land, this will cost me the game. Okay, Field of Ruins. At least this will not cost me the game. So now I'm gonna show you the Sigrid power. The power of Sigrid. Jesus, nice. Sure, my friend. That's a lot of stuff here. And the opponent is gonna attack. Sigrid is still powerhouse. I'm gonna exile one of them, kill the second one. And my opponent has most likely a removal. This is why we're gonna chill. Because if he Brutal Cathar the Sigrid attacks, I will kill the Brutal Cathar. My turn, opponent does nothing, so let's draw a card. Jesus, he has 5 mana and do nothing, huh? Ah! Wanderer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is the Incredible Wanderer. So, then, if this is the Wanderer, we do Eiganjo? I think so, right? Yeah, if this is the Wanderer, we do Eiganjo. This is most likely the Wanderer. There is no questions asked that this is a Wanderer. I don't think somebody else play mono white flash control. Let's take you. And we gonna chill. Because opponent gonna flash in the Wanderer and we don't wanna him exile my Sigrid, we wanna plus the adversary. He don't! Really? French top deck, why? Interesting decision, okay. Sure. We need to wait until he attacks. Because then Sigrid Sigrid has the same additional trigger as before. And this is how we gonna do it. What do I discard? Eiganjo? I think I discard the normal land, right? Discard the normal land. Return the normal land. And then... if I play you, I have 1 mana left, right? For 1 mana, I have nothing else. If I play you, I have 2 mana left, but for 2 mana, I also have not much. So... let's pass the turn, because at night Brutal Cathar cannot exile our Sigrid. Mastermind. I was so lucky with this Field of Ruins. Really lucky. Super lucky. I mean, not only Field of Ruins is a good card, but super lucky that I could do this trick with Sigrid. And last game that I needed to concede, because the sushi were coming, or are coming, or did come, or what is the right time form for it? Past presence, no? The came. Because the sushi came, yeah, I think it's came. English, difficult language. Ah, he misread, he's a Boros. Angelic Fire, okay. This sucks. This definitely sucks, but what should we do? Something else for 3 mana? I think we're gonna do it like this. Right? I think we're gonna do it like this, then play the Wanderer plus the Wanderer. Or do I care about... No, I wanna start the Wanderer to tick. So you're... how you call it? So let's play you. Let's plus you. We can plus you. How about that? Said that we're gonna lose this one, but hey, c'est la vie, huh? C'est la vie, like this. Then we play Farewell on exile creatures and exile graveyards. Then we're gonna minus the Wanderer, and we are back in business. Back in business, huh? Bloodthirsty adversary has nothing to recover, and also nothing to pay. Portable Hole, okay, opponent is going maybe for the Wanderer. Everything under control, my friends. Oh Jesus, he's going for my life total. Hey. Chill, my friend. Chill out. Hey, chill out. Let's play you. Let's play you. Let's play you. Let's plus you. Let's plus you. And chill. Now, even if opponent has a removal from Legion Angel, I can crew my Bankbuster still to protect my life total or my Wanderer. This is what most likely will happen. Okay, now he play Angelic Fire, okay, once. And Portable Horn on what? Buster? Okay, sure. Skyclave Apparition waits already. Sadly that it doesn't reset my my thingy. Do I care? I think I do, right? Because he has Trample, who knows what else he has. This is okay. We draw 2 cards. Bloop bloop. Oh, this is actually good, 2 cards, huh? Then my own Portable Hole. And this deck, at the previous game I would easily have won. Easily, my friends. You for now? Sure. You for minus. Next turn. Next turn I can plus them. Right now, if he removes the Wanderer, I lose 5 loyalty for nothing like this. At least I have some value here. This is why she's here. I'm Brutal Cathar on. Ayo. Ayo. Dee-dee-dee-doo. Angelic Fire too. Wow. He goes directly to the face. Nope. No needed. No needed. Let's play Skyclave Apparition if my opponent is like that. It is meanie. If he's so meanie. Play you. Plus on you. Then atakujcie. Then play you. Gain more life. Take you. And chill. Yeah, this deck, as I said, until now, if I exclude the conceit and the 1 loss, I think I am at 6-1, right? But because I conceded, I am at 6-2, because I quit, sadly. I was really mad about it, but it happens. Well, it's just a game, right? Just a game, my friends. Let's draw some cards. Draw me cards. So now we can again start placing on the IO. Opponent will get a 2/4/4 Vigilant Trample, blah blah blah. So IO will be nice there. And I think my opponent is a little bit toxic, huh? No, he's not. Maybe he's just not here. So let's play you. Doesn't matter. The sequence can be here differently, of course. I don't need to play the tap land and fetch the land with restoration, but it doesn't really matter. Here is only the question of how fast I kill my opponent, and my opponent doesn't want to do anything here. Please, my friend, don't do that. I'm already a little bit annoyed because I needed to concede the last game, but at least I had nice sushi to eat. Nom, 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 nom. And sushi here is super expensive too. Just if somebody's wondering if Ecuador is from price differently, we are not. They're literally all the same prices as in US, even more expensive sometimes. For example, electronic is extra taxed, so everything electronic connected, you pay much more. For sushi, you also pay like $30–35. Depends where and how you order, and how much, of course, but like 20 sushis. So my opponent is really looping me now, huh? He doesn't like if mono white not only can out aggro him, but also out control him. And don't understand me wrong, but I think this deck in the current meta, in the current situation, is better than the regular mono white. Because at first nobody expects it. Secondly, mono white has so many tools for non-killing creatures, and in the current meta there are so many tools that says if a creature dies, that this deck is literally like anti-meta mono white control. This is why French top deck, I mean French people are special. This is why maybe he doesn't like to lose. Maybe he also need to grab some sushi. And let's go again. Maybe he also run away and get some sushi. This will be fun, huh? Let's go in. As long as my opponent cannot activate a flying land. Now he can activate the flying land. Let's see, is he grabbing a sushi or not? I think so. I think my opponent had enough, but we have some nice insurance here. We have some nice attackers here. And for people who likes control decks and maybe like the color white, but don't want to play this typical white, this is definitely the right deck. This is definitely the right deck to play. By the way, you saw the new sleeves? I invested 1,500 gold that I usually never do. Really rarely I buy sleeves, but I don't know, I love these sleeves. Like there are some demons. There's like a I think it's from Kaltheim, right? I think it's some Kaltheim thing, and there's blood on the side. Amazing, amazing. With this black background, it looks amazing. I love it. My opponent had enough, and we are still where we started because I needed to concede the last game, you remember maybe. But yeah, sadly, we will be already here, right? One game away from more platinum, but let's check out next. Jorge Luis Borges, okay. Let's see, if we win this game, we will be undefeated. I don't know how much I'm recording. I will check after this game how much I'm recording already, because the control decks are usually taking a little bit longer. My opponent goes first, but this hand looks okay-ish. Hello, my friend, hello. Jorge Luis Borges. Jorge Luis Borges. Cool name, my friend, cool name. Looks like something with blue. He will definitely be happy about my Cathar Command. Are you Is It Mecha? Are you Is It Mecha? Is he Is It Mecha? No. He's not. Maybe. Okay. My opponent passes, then we play Brutal Cathar, or Cathar Command. Brutal Cathar. I'm not even running Brutal Cathar, but he has some removal. Please don't exile it. If you play my deck, don't have Flame Blast something. So, then let's attack. Let's see what my opponent can do. 3 mana open, what are you playing? Fading Hope. Okay, interesting. Definitely interesting. And now we are doing what? He's keeping it on top. Do I replay it? Or do I play the Bankbuster? I think I played the... Ah, are you a meal deck? Oh, if you're a meal deck, it will be hard to go through my Angel Lens. Because they count as 7 mana. Who doesn't know? The Angel Lens. Okay, into the Royal. Oh, you are a dangerous one, huh? Not hitting this land is painful, my friends. Not hitting the land is super painful, huh? Not hitting the land is really painful, but it's okay. Goldspan Dragon. Okay. You are not a meal deck, but you are something annoying. So let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Without more Treasure Creations.
You are not much of a roadblock.
Another Goldspan Dragon. Nice! Nice, my friend, nice. So then, what do we do? You are not useful. You are okay-ish. Maybe you? Oh, that dude has a lot of mana, huh? I can play you. Fetch another one. But most likely my opponent has something like Fading Hope or something. We will see. Expressive Literation. The question is what he runs besides the Goldspan Dragons, right? So let me see. Until now we saw just bounce spells and card draws, right? And dragons. Now one dragon we put down. Doomscar is there just in case my opponent takes too much over. Looks like a difficult decision for my opponent. I mean, you have endless mana currently. I don't even know if you need to exile these lands. The question is, where do you exile them? Into what? My turn, okay. Ooh, nice, another land. Another land is actually really good, so we can do what? Foretell Doomscar? No. Play Legion Angel? No. Draw a card with Bankbuster? And play the brutal Cathar Command? Not really, right? Let's do it like this. Now that we play around Jamari Disruption, I think we can allow ourselves to draw a little bit more, to gain a little bit more life, because we have currently a lot of white spells that gain us life, and this forced my opponent a little bit into attacking me, right? The Goldspan Dragon now needs to look that he reduced my life total, or he needs to some spells to punch my life total down, or he removed the Legion Angel and then started attacking with Goldspan Dragon. But there is where... Okay. There is where Doomscar will be really helpful. Okay, opponent with burn down the house, but just with the devil tokens. Okay, sure. Sure. One block. Resolve. Okay. You have one more damage? Oh, he does. Okay. Nice. You think he has something like negate or something like that? Another tap land, but he has still 5 mana. Oof. Is IO good here? Is the question. Or should we clear the board first? But if he counters me, how much damage is this? 6, right? Can we recover from 6 damage? I think so. We can recover from 6 damage. Even if he counters it, we can still recover from our 6 damage. He cannot counter. He can deal 2 damage to me. But this is okay. Next turn, we gonna do what? Opponent has no manlands, so there is nothing to be scared of. Opponent has a lot of mana, like a lot of mana. Huge amount of mana. This is what, still 8 mana after Unexpected Windfall? So he can even double Goldspan Dragon me? Okay. Okay. I didn't drop my land again, but let's see. Play the Legion Angel out. Maybe opponent has a counter for it. Saw it coming, okay. Nice. At least he uses the counters here and not on my sweepers. And I don't think Skyclave Apparition will be useful, right? Alchemist Gambit kicked. Okay, one more turn. So this is an easy extra turns or something like this, but a weaker version of it. Oh, this is painful scry. Oh, he keeps on top, most likely, how you call it? Goldspan Dragon. I don't see another win con for him. Memory Deluge. Oh, okay. What is he trying to do? What is he trying to do? Everybody holds their breath. What is Jorge Luis Borges trying to do, my friend? This is so much mana, so much mana. You have so much possibilities with so much mana. Huh? Like, add Bankbusters, you can draw so many cards. Another Memory Deluge, of course, of course. Get them all out, get them all out. Okay. Thank you. So now we can play... We can play... No. We can play... I think I can, right? I think I can. Let's play Io. Gain some life. Even if he has a Goldspan Dragon on the backswing, it's okay, because Wanderer will exile him. Otherwise, my opponent maybe burn down the house to Io, then we can find another Wanderer. Let's put them together. Opponent has Fading Hope, huh? Fading Hope, most likely. Something for 1 mana. Something for 1 mana. I don't think it's a Spell Pierce, but I'm... Just to be precaution, I will play around it with my Wanderer. Spell Pierce forced me to play 2. So I will look that I have 2 mana available. But we also saw that he saw it coming, right? Okay, Fading Hope was it. It was Fading Hope, my friends. Still draw 2 cards. Lands are good. Okay, then let's play you again. Gain some life, and then we can, in the end step, we can, in opponent's end step, Brutal Cathar it. He most likely Memory Deluge it. Ah, saw it coming, okay. But then we can Cathar Command now. Gain more life. So if opponent's win condition is only the Goldspan Dragon, I need to disappoint him that this is not a reliable win condition. It's a really good one. If you catch them early on, like my opponent, he had how many? 1, 2 Goldspan Dragons at the beginning. So opponent is Memory Delusion for something. And for Dino, I know you always stay so long with me, my friend. For you, I consider to use this card that you said from card time, that all vehicles become creatures. But at the end, sometimes I drew it without having even single vehicle, and it was just a dead draw, and it was not so powerful, let's say. But definitely you can go if you want to, or in general, all of you. My opponent is copying something. Memory, maybe thingy, how it's called. Unexpected Windfall to refill his hand. He copied a copy, okay. Ah, okay. Nice, my friend. 3 turns, but let's see if you can do something with these turns. So this is the win condition from my opponent. Goldspent Dragons in multiple turns. How much is this? 12, 8, 2. So even if he plays now Goldspent Dragon, he will not kill me. If he plays double Goldspent Dragon, and this must be a really much luck to hit all the 4 in the first half of his deck, 4 Goldspent Dragons. But we will see, we will see. Okay, so this is his birds from somebody miss Epiphany. Somebody's missing Epiphany. Okay, okay, okay. My opponent really... Oh, I'm dead, right? I'm dead. Jorge! Jorge, you finished me! Jorge, nice! It now give me a good game, and then we are good to go. Good game, my friend, good game. So he found a solution, he found his Goldspent Dragon stuffs. That's okay, let's go into the next one. Let's check out the next one. Good game, Jorge. Good game, Jorge, good game. So this will be definitely my last one. Remember Bender. I remember Bender, my friend. Futurama was one of my favorite shows back in time. Besides Dragon Ball Z, Futurama and Dragon Ball were my childhood. Or younghood. Was I like 13, 14? Teenager. We go first and we have a nice hand against everything. This is why we're gonna keep it. So it will not be a flawless mono white, but I won really much with it. So it's still, if you wanna climb, use the deck, you will climb 100%. And the games are interesting, the games are flashy, the games are fast. Okay, let's see if my opponent wants to play Lumina Aspirant. I foretell Doomskar because just in case he has some elite spellbinders. Yeah, Lumina Aspirant. We're gonna Doomskar next turn, definitely. We're gonna play you, we're gonna Doomskar it all. I'm not a big fan of Doomskar against 2 creatures, but I don't wanna run away. The opponent run away with his creatures. Opponent elite spellbinder. Here's a difficult decision what to take. Because... Okay, interesting. Let's play you and see what my opponent wants to do. And now a small trick that I found out not long ago. Even if he plays another elite spellbinder, I can flash in my Emperor and still prevent him from the attack. Resolve. Because now if he's attacking me, I still can use the minus ability on the Emperor. Pass. Let's see if my opponent wants to attack. He does. And now we can still minus her, right? You see? And not long ago I found this out. It's really useful just in case you're wondering what, how and when to do. Next turn I'm sure that, except I am Fateful Absence and plus here, right? I think this is the right way. I think this is the right way. So let's plus her. Submit 0. And let's keep it like that. Let's see what my opponent has. If he goes for the Wanderer, Fateful Absence. If he goes for my face, please feel free. Feel free to go into my face. Redain, do not tax me more. Pass. Okay. Minus on you. This everything buys me time and now he cannot even use it, except he maybe has another land. Okay, Skyclave Apparition is actually a good draw here, huh? My opponent has maybe Brutal Cathar, but this is fine. We're gonna plus on you, and then we're gonna... No, we could also deny him the card draw here, with the Portable Hole, if we want to, and this is a really cool play too. But I think my opponent has maybe, and besides Usher of the Falling, also the Helpful Initiate and stuff like this. This is why I want to keep my Portable Hole. And Doomscar foretold goes underneath Radane. So there is also some nice plays. But let's see, Radane again on 3 loyalty. This is amazing. The opponent has a decision to make. Okay. You still cannot activate the land. Or the land, I mean the you know what I mean, right? He has most likely his Wanderer. This is why let's minus my Wanderer. We are not gonna attack because he's gonna flash in the Wanderer. Or maybe not. Just wanna draw. So he has nothing useful in his hand? In his five cards there? This is interesting. This is very interesting. Elite Spellbinder, okay. Okie dokie, my friend, okie dokie. What do you want to take? I don't know. One more land drop and we can start with our Legion Angels. Opponent exiled so many cards, huh? Asha of the Fall. Asha, Asha, Asha. Asha, Asha, Asha. Oh, my opponent gonna hate me, huh? My opponent's gonna hate me. But I'm not gonna plus on IO. I'm gonna attack with all, I would say. Just to fake the Doomscar. Opponent's gonna take it. And then I'm gonna like IO. AO. The down sky. Oh, opponent wants to do it. He wants to trade the flyer against it. Jeez. Okay, sure. I'm taking it. 24/7, my friend. Ayo. Tired using technology, my friend? Are you tired? Remember Bender? Very cool. I like this deck. I like this deck a lot. Not as much as I love the easy deck, but I like this deck. Oh, double Aspire, nice! But even now you should have been considering not to do the shenanigans with your Elite Spellbinder, no? Let's check what we have on top. We have a Skyclave Apparition, Circle. This is a little bit unfortunate. Do I take the Eiganjo? I think so, right? Eiganjo triggers twice. We discard the land that we just drew. Return the land that we just drew. Play you that we just drew. And then we gonna plus on you. Let's see what he's gonna do. We got the edge in this fight. Let's play out our Legion Angels, huh? Just in case he draw another land to attack with the land, so we can keep on protecting everything. Oh, brutal Cathar. This took a while. This took a while, my friend. Okay. Put all on your brutal Cathar, for sure. For sure, my friend. Okay. Chill out. Chill out. I can eat all your resources. Everything you got there, my friend. Everything you got there. I can eat it all. Sure, let's play you. Let's take you away. What you gonna do? Let's play you. He has something with haste now. He doesn't. Let's play you. Let's take another one. My opponent is not conceding. They are hardcore. I'm telling you, in Platinum they are so hardcore. They believe in it. They believe in it until the end of their days. So we're gonna plus here. Now he has maybe Eiganjo. That's okay. If he has an Eiganjo, that's okay. Create another 1/1. He shoot the Eiganjo, the Restoration, and then block it with Moon. Oh no, the Wanderer. Nice! Nice, my friend. Okay, okay. That's okay, my friend. That's totally fine, I'm telling you. I'm not gonna play it again because then the brutal Cathar gonna exile against something. Not that I'm super upset about it, but just in case. You can give him a counter, see? Give it. Give it to him. Or you wanna use your land and give it to them. I would use the land and give it to them, but I will take it in the face like a big boy. Oh, Jesus. Do not hyperventilate. Do hyperventilate. What do you get? I don't even know what you can have. Next. Let's go into the face. Create another 1/1. And I mean, things like wedding announcement and stuff will be amazing in this deck. But I don't want to use so many things that already everybody else used, right? This is why an opponent is playing his land here. Okay. 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 First a brutal Cathar. First a brutal Cathar. Then we're gonna take the landy. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Oh, the Bender had enough. The Bender had enough. Yeah, you saw how cool this deck can perform. It's really good deck. Let's go to the best of one. Let's go to the breakdown. It will be a short one because I think the video will be super long. This is why check the breakdown and we talk there a little bit about some stuff that we haven't saw maybe in the gameplay. And here we are with the breakdown part. And yeah, really super deck, really amazing, really interactive, and has tools against a lot of different decks, not only against control with our flash creatures, but also with the dominant creatures and strong creature types against the current matter thing. Like, I mean, Legion Angel alone, you saw how many games he took over, and in how many games it's so super annoying to deal with these 4/3 flyers every time, like the last game against our mono-white opponent. Constantly to try to deal or try to figure out a solution for it, and you have 4 of them, so they need to find 4 solutions for it. It's just crazy. The play with the Sigrid we saw, amazing. As I said, 2 off is really good. You have a good draw rate to her. If you would think she could feed more for it, or you can go more for it, go for it. Easily try it. Doesn't matter. For example, you can remove 1 Circle of Confinement. What I found really nice, what we have maybe not saw so much, and there are sometimes plays like this where Cathar Command can set up your Farewell or other, let's say, removals. Because there are a lot of plays where you can, for example, use your own Cathar to sacrifice it to kill something. For example, just an example, I had never this game, but just as an example, you can brutal Cathar your own Bankbuster, and then if you want to farewell everything and then replay recovery units. This is what my thought process was when I added a recovery unit, but also of course Cathar and recovery unit are 2 super powerful plays. Not only brutal Cathar is great to crew our Bankbuster, as we saw it in this one game, but also recovery unit can take you back all this little, I mean, all we have only a Cathar Command and Bankbuster, but they are definitely worth to take it out. And on his own, even, let's say, even if you just play recovery unit, if opponent try to attack you, it's a 3 mana 3/4 blocker. So if you, let's say, flash in Cathar Command, or if you flash in Sigrid, exile something maybe, or whatever shenanigans you can do, or if opponent has some big board where they attack, these games I had sometimes, if you have only Sigrid on the board and opponent has bigger board, they attack and forget about the recovery unit, you can still crew your recovery unit with the Sigrid, because she has power 2, you require crew 2, so you can easily use it. Also Skyclave Apparition, amazing for it to crew the Imperial unit. For Bankbuster, you need the Cathars, you need your Angels, or maybe even a token from from Wanderer Emperor, from the Wanderer I said only, from the Wanderer, because the token can also crew the Bankbuster if needed, and the token has Vigilant, so you can attack and go in. More removal, I will not recommend 4 removals, but you saw how perfectly we drew it. Sigrid Splendor, amazing card. If you wanna add maybe 1 more, don't do it. Or maybe don't do it. Don't do it. 2 of them is fine. I had games where I often draw 2 of them. So let's say, how many games did we play now? 8? 7? Out of these 7 games, I had like 2 games where I drew 2 of Sigrid Splendor. She's amazing to gain you life against all these artifact decks, like the Anvil decks. Anvil deck, if you have Sigrid on the board, really difficult to kill you, because you constantly draw cards, you constantly gain more life, it's constantly more and more advantage that you get on the board. And at the end, as soon as we draw our Cathar Commando, or Portable Halls, or Skyclave Apparition, the artifact decks usually concede, because yeah, there is just not much to do. 2 of Eiganjo, great addition I think. Cave of the Frost Dragon, also great. Owl, amazing. Amazing. This is maybe a card where I would say maybe 1 more. Maybe. Wonder is too good. I don't even know what to cut. If I would add 1 more AO, what would you cut? This is maybe the question of the day. Guys, if you would play 1 more AO, what would you cut out of this deck? Circle of Confinement, but then the curve is really low, really high. We have currently 3.4 with 24 lands and 2 of Imperial Scroll, so 26 lands is really nice for this curve, but I don't know. I like this deck as it is. More of this I will not add. 2 is perfect, maybe even 1. This is maybe one of the cards that I will cut, right? Restoration of Eiganjo is the only card that I say I will cut it without even blinking with my eyes. So this is basically the only thing. The rest, I'm super fine. Insta speed removal, flash creatures, flash planeswalkers, life gain, and card advantage with our removal spells, great. So this is so far it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions for it, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, thank you for your support. If you stay so long, you are the best. You are helping me to grow on YouTube, because YouTube loves when people watch the decks longer or more of the video. This is why here my personal thanks to everybody who stayed so long. And if you are one of them, let me know. All in the Discord. I know the Discord community is amazing, guys. You are great. If you are one of them, let me know, or in the Discord or here in the comments. And if you are not from the Discord, let me know down in the comments below if you have saw this part of the video, if you enjoy it, if you like it, and if you are one of these people who help me create here something big and something great. On this spot, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao.